say goodbye yet? Can I change your mind? 'Cause I don't think we're finished until I cross the line. 'Cause I can't let you go. I want you to know that I will make you mine. 'Cause I can't let you go. I want you to know that I will make you mine. So before we dive deeper, I wanna get to know you well, you well. And the only thing that's better is you and me together for real.
Well, hello there. It's me again. And of course, as we always do, if you can't read or if you don't know, I am South Coast Kane, Jordan Page. I am coming to you live from Sebastian Street Studios here at Hurricane Lane on a Friday night, bye week. Of course, we got Grogu, excuse me, Little Seb, and we got a new friend. In case you didn't see the short, uh, this is Felipe the Flamingo. He has a unique talent. Would you like to see what it is? Yeah, I don't want to play too much. I don't want to get busted for copyright on Margarina. But anyway, yeah, that's Felipe. I know he's got a Santa Claus hat on, but that's what makes Felipe so special. So here we are. Here we are. Uh, I'm gonna try not to yell into the microphone because it, I don't have the voice, the smooth velvet voice as a Mr. Traveling Fools. Uh, I'm not going to be doing any commentary voiceovers for movie trailers, but I'll try not to get too excited. So we're here, as you can see, Friday Night Fellowship. Uh, just want to talk about a few things. I did promise Mr. Son of Fire that I was going to do this. Uh, because he wanted to talk it up last week and I just wasn't able to. But this won't be the last chance, I promise. So tonight, if you would like to join in, excuse me, if you like to join in, I put the invite on my Discord and the general talk, I believe it was. Let's see here. Yeah, the general text channel. So if anybody would like to join in, you're more than welcome. Just remember, for any of the non-regulars, nonsense will not be tolerated. Um, but other than that, we have a good time. We really do. I do apologize if I look a little red-eyed, a little red-faced, but it's been a long day. Working on the truck, kind of tired, but it's cool. So yeah, I talked about it this morning. Little video I put out about tonight's topics. I'm real excited. I'm real excited. The new series that I will be conducting, calling it the 40-year favorites. Uh, you can call it a series, a chronicle, discussion, whatever. And basically, I was thinking the other day, the topic always comes up about Miami football history. Who's the best, who's the greatest, who's this, who's that. And I'm like, I know there's been a lot of talk about it, but I want to get into the nuts and bolts of it. Okay, the nuts and bolts. I've been talking about this website. Let me see if I can bring this in. So this is the sportsreference.com. All right, sportsreference.com. Actually, it's sports-reference.com. Um, it's something I found, and you can, I go into Miami school history, and it'll take like, 87 years. Okay. You got, we're not going to really worry about 2023 that much. But, a lot of us that are still around and kicking, most of us, there's some that remember the horrible 70s, but I want to go from like 82, 83 to 2022 last season. And the beauty of this is we can go to the stats, say passing. All right. And what it does is it ranks, excuse me, players since 1956. All right. See right here. Since 56. And it has them all. And you can change, like if you want to rank them by yards, it'll put them all in order for you. Your basic stuff. You want to put them in the touchdowns, interceptions, etc., etc., etc. Now the crazy thing about the passing is, you start scrolling on down. All right, you got a lot of these cats, like Carlos Huerta, one of the best Miami place kickers around. Apparently, they must have tried a fake and blew it. And he, made a pass and it didn't work. I don't remember. Maybe a better Canes fan can elaborate. But anyway, a lot of this, a lot of this won't be necessary. But I just thought it was fascinating because you have your passing. Oop, you could go to your rushing. All right, it's going since 1956. We're not going that far back. But, you can go by yards, again, touchdowns, their receiving attempts. You can see it. You can see it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But what I want to do now, the only thing about the defense, now on the receiving, of course, you have everybody. Now, I'll have to delve into it a little bit more. Because if we're going to break it down with receivers and tight ends, I'm going to have to go through and do whatever. But regardless of the fact, that's neither here nor there. That's just a reference. Oh. Now, if any of you fine folks know of any other sites that have statistics a little more in depth, now I know like on this site here, the sportsreference.com, on defense, they really don't start having any tackles and sacks stats until like 2005, I think it is, which is kind of a shame. But maybe we can delve into it. We can look at the defensive stats for certain years, but this isn't going to be a very, well, it might be, knowing me. I mean, I don't want to get into the finite who wore what shoe, and now I guess what I'm getting at is the way I want to do it. And again, there's no right and there are no wrong answers. So if, for instance, just an example, let's say Bryce has his list of quarterbacks or running backs or players, and then say Cuban Kane or Workforce Freebie or Phil or who I'm just pulling names. I'm not trying to say they're any more special than anybody else, but those are just names that came to my head. Let's say Crip gets on here, or whoever. Everybody's going to have a different opinion, and that's the beauty of it. What I want to do from my standpoint, and this isn't the rule of the land, this is just for me. When I make my list, what I want to do is I want to look at it from the perspective of if Ken Dorsey, just pulling a name, if Ken Dorsey was on the 96, 97 team, would he have made it? Would he have done better than, your Clements and all them? You know, if let's say Frank Costa from 94, 95, if he was on the 2001 team or the 86 team, would he have had the same success as Dorsey in 01, Testaverde in 86? You see where I'm getting at? In other words, there's so many variables in the equation, and that's what makes it so beautiful. That's why there's really no right or wrong answer. You take Stephen Morris, one of my personal top 3 quarterbacks in Miami history. If you give him a defense, Steve Morris, he had a nice offense, just didn't have a defense. When you had the D'Onofrio years, didn't have a defense. So, and that's why I like to look at the stats. Like okay, Kyle Wright. Would Kyle Wright have flourished on the 85 team, 86 team? How would Alonzo Highsmith do on the 98, 99 team? Would he have done better than Edrin? And again, this is not saying anybody's better. Just, well, I mean, I guess in a way. But what I'm getting at is I'm more focused on my list by going by interchanging these players on, put them on different teams, see what happens. What do you think would happen? If like, the D'Onofrio defenses, would any of the other successful players in years past or present have as much success? I don't know. Same thing with the running backs, et cetera, et cetera. But that's all that's about. I really hope to have some good participation. I mean, I'm not saying I'd like to see, 70, 80, 100 people here. No, 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 no. I honestly, I kind of like to have a nice group of, say, 8 to 10, just for the simple fact you can get some nice collaboration. You can get some good opinions, some good conversation going. I'm afraid if you start getting a whole lot of people in here, you'll have nonsense. And I want to look at the stats, whether it be sportsreference.com or if you have your own, of another site or some other statistics out there to help us out, that's great. Oh, but a lot of Canes fans only know from 01 to now. I've been doing the best I can from 79 to now, but from there wasn't no ESPN back then. There wasn't all this, click on the internet and find out everything you need to know if you don't live in Miami. But being where I'm at 1,000 miles away, it's kind of hard, you know. Uh, and I really didn't like reading the newspaper unless I was looking at box scores because the news is always biased against Miami back then. And uh, they were usually on the ABC game of the week or whatever, and uh I think they were on some ESPN games too. Of course, we got cable like in 79 and had the ESPN, but it's not like it is today. And that is not a knock on anybody or any team from, the last 20 years, you know. Just say it. And if it takes, I mean, this isn't going to be just a season specific series. Say that fast 3 times. If it takes a month for us to decide on the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks that we would have start, so be it. If it takes one show, so be it. And here's the thing. Got the Big Red Cup out tonight, so it's serious. Got Big Red out. Anyway, and here's the thing. If I'm sitting here talking to myself like I am now, that's fine. That's fine. I will give my top 4 or 5. Okay. Explain why, and then anybody who watches it between the time I make it and the time I make another one, leave them in the comments. Excuse me. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Put it in the comments. Say, hey, you're a moron. There's no way. Ja'Cory Harris was twice the quarterback Jim Kelly was. Okay. All right, cool. Hey, it's fine. That's fine. We're not making a definite set in stone list of, the top 5. That's why it's called 40-year favorites. It's your favorite, my favorite, our favorite, his favorite, her favorite. It's just your favorite. That's in your universe. That's your star. That's your top 4 or 5 quarterbacks. That's the beauty of it. And I would hope that we all have fun with it. We all have fun with each other, and no nonsense. In other words, we don't need anybody, questioning somebody's Miami intelligence or fandom intelligence or anything like that. Say if I'm just looking here. I'm gonna bring that back on screen. So let's say we're looking at the quarterbacks. All right. I'm gonna try not to use anybody's name, but just for fun, I'm gonna use Crip and Bryce. Just 2 names that just came to my head. I'm not picking on y'all. If you get upset, I'm sorry. I'm just using your name just for context. So let's say Crip just looks at the yards. All right. And Crip says, you know what? I'm going with Malik, Scott Covington, and we got to keep it within, from like 83, 84. So we can't do Kelly Cochran or David Olivo. Okay. But yet Bryce says, nah, man, nah. I'm going with Kaya and Dorsey. Okay, cool. But the one thing we don't need to have is one of the 2 criticize it. Now you can feel free to ask or challenge. Well, why do you think, you know, Crip, why do you think Costa better quarterback than say Dorsey or Kaya? What's your thinking? Oh, okay. And that's it. If if Bryce says he goes with the yards and says Kaya was a better quarterback than okay, Rozier, fine. Crip says Rozier was better, fine. That's no big deal. I just want to, and I'm sure we'll all come up with whatever, because again, you also have to take into effect or to account the different eras. All right. Take into effect the different eras. Like Craig Erickson, 87 to 90. Uh, he had a different team, different era, different type of opposing team, you know. And if we need to go into the schedule and look at the schedule, compare schedules and what, that's fine too. I don't care. I like it. I like the conversation. But so yeah, that's really what that's about. Now, then that's going to be called 40-year favorites. Uh I might start that next week. Um it's going to be difficult because I got work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey Phil, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a thought here. So that means Thursday, Friday, Saturday night we have a ball game. Sunday is not going to be good. But we'll figure out a day. We'll figure out a day. Uh and it doesn't have to start tomorrow, but I would like to get it started eventually. So that's what that's about. And we can go by the numbers, but we also have to take into account the era, the style of play, the competition level, you know, etc., etc. But anyway, so let's move away from the 40-year favorite series, and let's get to the latest and greatest hot topic circulating the internet today. Uh, I'm sure if you've paid attention to YouTube, uh, again, I don't swim in the sewage pond that is Twitter or X or whatever it's called. If you do, hey, that's fine. That's cool. I ain't knocking you. It's just not my thing. I just don't like. I just don't like it, and that's my decision. So the biggest thing going right now is the Black Knights, Miami Knights. I forget what they called. Uh, the black uniforms with the neon green numbers. Everybody is. A lot of folks are happy, and I guess some people aren't. I don't know. Okay, I don't know, but uh, I'm looking at something on my phone here, my information box. But me personally, this is my opinion, just my opinion. You know, I don't it's not that I dislike these crazy colors. These, I shouldn't say crazy, different. Okay, I guess I'm just a traditionalist. I was raised on the orange over white at home, white over orange on the road. I really like the all white stormtrooper look. I love that. Hated, hated the all orange. Hated the all green. I hated the one color sleeve, you know. Uh I kind of like that throwback though. That throwback green and gold. That was pretty cool. But I guess what I'm getting at is personally, I it's just me. I mean, hey, the black uniform, they look pretty snazzy. That's cool, you know. But I'm fine with just the traditional stuff, you know. And I'm not one of those, as it was said, old timers having a hard time realizing and understand that the game has evolved and changed. No, no. I'm fine. I don't care. I just prefer, I prefer for it just to stay, what it is. And, a lot of folks talk about, well, that's what the recruits like to see and this and that. But I posed the question. Yeah, I'm this is not a uniform war. This is not what no. I'm just I'm just throwing out topics, throwing out stuff here. But I have to ask the question, you take the teams in the top 10. All right. Do 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 do. Oh, look at the top 10. You got Georgia. When's the last time Georgia had a alternate uniform? Michigan. I think they may have wore some of those uniforms from like the 1900s, but Texas, Ohio State, Florida State, Penn State, Washington, USC. Well, we know Oregon's got a different uniform for different days of the week. Not sure about Utah, but like, I know Notre Dame wears those funky green uniforms, but like Alabama, the traditional folks, Clemson's, LSU, Oklahoma, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. The schools that get the top recruits, you know, they really don't do all that uniform stuff. But hey, look, if it gets talent to South Florida, they can go out there dressed like Felipe, bruh. They can go out there in a pink tutu for all I care. I'm just giving my opinion. That's all. Just my opinion. And I'm not discounting anybody else's opinion. I'm just telling you what I think. You know. Oh, but it is good to see that the players will be coming back. Uh, but you know, the black uniforms, it's cool. You know, they have been playing well. They are undefeated. Um, so and I know this has probably been this horse has done been beat to death the last few weeks. But the team so far, the body of work that Mario Cristobal, his coaching staff, and these young talented men have put together so far in this 4-0 campaign. Uh, they basically they've taken care of business. They have, they came out and they took care of A&M. They even gave A&M 14, 17 points. Still beat them pretty well. Now, time will tell with A&M. I think they're still 3-1, I believe. I was watching some of that Temple game last night, and they kind of crapped the bed against Tulsa. Maybe Temple just ain't got what it takes against Hurricanes, whether it's regular Hurricanes or Golden Hurricanes. I don't know. But yeah, I think this team. They still have some things that they need to work on and improve on. You know, uh, I would just be happy if a ref would call a holding penalty on our call a holding penalty against the offenses that our defense are going against. I mean, like that Temple game, oh my gosh. They were holding like there was no tomorrow. Ain't nobody call anything. Uh Defensive backs, I mean, they're looking a lot better than last year, years past. I think I had made comment about what I thought would determine the success or failure or improvement, regression, progression, whatever you want to come up with. Uh was the offensive line and the defensive backs. And I think this offensive line, considering they've only been together this year and only played 4 games, you know, dude, offensive line is going to be pretty good. I mean, I know Maggie. I know I just butchered that dude's name. Malagola. I know he's young. He's a freshman, but he's learning. He's doing good. Uh, the defensive backs. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Uh, I know Mr. Couch, talented, talented young man. He had those interceptions during the Temple game, but he's still he's still getting burnt a few times. You know, but I tell you what, we got some young freshmen on the sideline that are fast. Ray, oh my gosh, that dude can move. And then that little Chris Johnson, CJ Jr. Man, I'm just checking out the stats, make sure I'm on target here. But man, it's looking. I think this team is starting. They're starting to develop that it factor. You know, they're developing this persona, if you will, this this enthusiasm, this charisma, this aura. Okay, stop talking in riddles here. Get to your point. They're starting to get that, whatever you want to call that horse of a different color. They're getting what the teams in the past have been lacking, you know. And I think, it all starts with Mario. He is the commander in chief. It all starts and ends with him. Uh, I mean, who's to say that this team only loses one, maybe 2 games? I don't know to who, but from what I've seen, I know it's only week 4, week 5, 6. I don't know how it's week, but I, I still haven't seen anybody that could really pose a threat for Miami. I'm not saying they're going undefeated. Not saying that. Uh, I think tonight, if I'm not mistaken, tonight, uh, I want to say, wasn't Louisville playing tonight? Yeah, Louisville and North Carolina State are playing. Utah and Oregon State. That's going to be a real good game right there. It's going to be a great game, I think. Uh Louisville is it could be a Louisville North Carolina State could be a decent game. Could be a decent game. I don't know what time they start. I don't have my ESPN up. Let's look at that right quick. Do 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 do. Okay, So let's take it off top 25 and put everybody on the scoreboard. Okay, so Louisville and NC. I thought they started early. Louisville, NC State are playing. I knew Louisville was 4-0. I didn't know NC State was 3-1. But Oregon and Utah, I think that's going to be a really, really good game. Really good game. And then Louisiana Tech and UTEP. Cincinnati BYU could be interesting. But anyway, I really don't see, I mean, now Duke could be interesting. Now, Miami does not play Duke. But like with the big ones, Florida State and Clemson, I don't know what's going on with Clemson. Clemson is just like, I'm like, what is going on, Dabo? Y'all looking bad. And I'm telling you right now, Florida State is not as good as everybody thinks they are. I mean, for one, they're Florida State. And two, they got by LSU because LSU just wasn't that good at the time. Boston College should have beat them. But like I said a couple of weeks ago, I'm telling you, Miami's going to beat Florida State by at least 17. I do think so. But that's a little ways away. So, yeah, that's really been the only topics I wanted to talk about. The 40-year favorite series, the I'm going to say Miami Knights uniforms, the black uniforms for next week. Talk about the team so far, which, I mean, all I'm doing is just probably echoing what everybody else has been regurgitating. So, and then, success going forward. I'm telling you, I'm waiting. And don't misconstrue what I'm about to say, but I kind of like to see Miami get their back up against the wall and have to scratch and claw to survive and win a game. Kind of see what kind of character they have. What is this team really made of? I mean, I hope they don't. But I would kind of like to see what they would do when they're faced, down, say, 4 or 5 points with like a couple of minutes to go. How are they going to respond? Because so far they have not quit, and that's the beauty of it, especially with the A&M game. They were down, and everybody knows, and everybody's already talked about it. Teams in the past would have said, "Screw it, we quit. Let's just get on out of here and go do something else." But that team come back and won. But I'm talking about one of those nip and tuck games. Will they have the fortitude to fight back? I think they will. But yeah, so that was excuse me. That was all I really had. I was kind of, I wasn't going to kind of get too entailed or enthralled with anything, just in case anybody had something they wanted to talk about in the live chat. But in case there was something, if anybody wanted to come on or not, and that's fine. If you didn't, that's fine. I really want to get Phil on here, so I try to let him talk and not talk over him. Felt so bad because poor Phil's trying to talk and I'm just cutting him off talking over. I'm like, man, that was rude of you, dude. So I apologize again for that, Phil. Uh so as far as I tell you what, let's take a look at tomorrow's top 25 schedule. Uh the USC Colorado game is at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock Eastern, which means that's going to be what, 10 o'clock in Colorado? Lord have mercy. They're playing a breakfast game. But I'm really curious to see how Colorado bounces back from that Oregon loss. Uh, Me personally, I'm excited to see Colorado and Dion and all of them because I mean he's got some talented young men on that team, you know. And when they get it right, it's gonna be pretty cool. But I'm kind of curious to see what USC and Colorado do. I tell you, I'm gonna add this to the screen here. Florida, Kentucky. Now Kentucky is 4-0. That could be interesting. Georgia, Auburn, yeah. Texas and Kansas. Well, not so sure about that. Now that LSU Ole Miss game could be interesting, even though Ole Miss blew it against Alabama. Um, Notre Dame, Duke. I'm kind of curious about that one. I think Notre Dame will probably win, but man, I tell you what, if Duke does beat Notre Dame, Duke may be something, but who knows? Ah, yeah, I think most of the games will be cut and dry. If there was going to be a upset, in my opinion, maybe Ole Miss over LSU, maybe. But think I think all the higher ranked teams should pull it off. Of course, honestly, since Miami's on a bye week, I really don't care. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not a college football fan as much as, like championship game and the playoff game. Yeah, I'll watch that, just to see. But if Miami's not playing, I really don't care. I really don't, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. It's no disrespect. That's just me. If you want to sit there and watch all the college football you want, well, you just bless your heart. You do your thing. Oh, Phil, my week's been great, man. It's been great. The weather's starting to change. Instead of being, 100 degrees, it's only been like 93, you know. Still ain't had no rain, but I bet it's been good. It's been good. Nothing too exciting, nothing too boring. Just another day in the life, dude. Hopefully your week and everybody else's week has been good. But yeah, I didn't really, truth be told, I really didn't plan on having a lengthy show. I just, like I said, I wanted to, my first uh my primary goal and objective for this live show tonight was to get involved, give a little more detail on the 40-year favorite series that we're going to try. Um, yeah, that would be cool, Phil. If Kentucky beat Florida, that would be hilarious. Uh, and this seat, I just wanted to throw the bait in the water and see who bites on it, just see who shows up. I know it's Friday night. People probably got things they want to do. Uh, I've kind of been out of sorts this week, be honest with you, Phil, because Miami's on a bye week. There's no Formula One racing. So I'm just like, what do you do? You know, probably watch the Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll show the Dolphins here on Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's really about it. I mean, I could sit here and just ramble and ramble and ramble and not say anything and you know, but I really have nothing else to say. Uh kind of thought I was kind of wanting to get in and get out because I didn't want to interfere with any. I thought maybe Coop would have gone live tonight or something. I don't know, but I didn't want to interfere with Coop or anybody else. But let's see something here. I'm just checking something out right quick. Uh yeah, it looks like T2Y is having his Florida Gator Friday night thing. Uh I know Flo was on earlier. Do 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 do. Dang, Flo's going on at Sebastian Lane's coming on at in the morning. Damn, that's bye week. Uh, but yeah, I guess everybody. I thought for sure, Coach Hayes or somebody would have been on a Friday night or Coop, but you know, yeah, I know Duke. But then again, I mean, it's early. I think tomorrow Duke against Notre Dame, it'll kind of give a little more clarity on Duke and or Notre Dame as far as is Duke really that good or not? But yeah, either way, I mean, you never know. But well, shoot, I tell you what, I think since I really have nothing else to talk about, unless y'all have something in the chat you want to talk about, I'm probably going to step on out of here and enjoy my Friday evening. Try to get me some sleep. I ain't been getting much sleep lately. No, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Just, sometimes being a shift worker, sometimes, I'll go to bed at like 9 o'clock. I'll fall asleep at 9 o'clock and I'm wide awake, raring to go at 1 o'clock. Some days I'll go to sleep at midnight. Can't sleep for nothing. And I'm up at 5 o'clock, raring to go, and then be honest with you, I can't tell you the last time I slept past 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, tell you the truth, you know. But I've never really been one to waste the day sleeping. I always like to greet the rising sun, say, hello there, how are you? Lord, how did we get to this? Oh, so I mean, and honestly, truth be told, there's really nothing we can talk about with Miami that nobody hasn't said already 20 or 30 times out there. I'm not going to come on here and just repeat and echo and regurgitate the same stuff that's been thrown out there. That's not me. I want something different. Kind of like my intro. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's another thing. So my new I don't know if I can show it. Uh hang on. I have, in case y'all haven't noticed, I have a new logo for the channel. If I can get my stuff together here, let me show you something. Let's see if it's going to do it. Yeah, that's my new logo. That's the new logo for the channel. And believe it or not, I discovered that Bing, Bing, the Microsoft AI chat or whatever, dude, all I did was type in, I said, create image using orange or green and orange hurricane with a black camera. It came up with a bunch of them, and it came up with that. And I'm like, man, I like that. That's pretty cool. Then I just added the cane with the camera at the bottom. So no, I have not hired a designer consulting firm. No, I use it. If you go to bing.com/chat, or if you had the app or whatever, dude, you can create. I mean, it made a whole bunch of stuff. I was just bored one day, and it was actually fascinating. It'll do these images and stuff, make it 3D. Actually, I think that's what it was. I said make a 3D image, et cetera, et cetera. And it came up with that, and I liked it. I liked it. Oh, so yeah, that's where I got that. And then of course, you know me, I'm probably not going to have the same intro more than once or twice. I'm going to change it up. That's just, I like to keep it fresh. Uh, maybe change the music up a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I also wanted to talk about was, you know, all these new little thumbnails and stuff that you see. That was nothing I did. All I did was tell Bing AI, hey, create this. It's actually cool. You can take an image, a picture. You know, I saw it on the YouTube. Some dude, he took a I think he took a R2D2 picture and put it on there and asked Bing AI to create a logo for a mechanic shop using this image, picture, whatever. And dude, it came up with some crazy stuff. I mean, it's just all you doing is typing it in. Now, what you got to kind of have to learn the nomenclature, the you have to learn how to talk to it, but it won't make a video, it won't make music, but it will write you lyrics for a song. But you know, it is what it is. I really, now I will say, if you put in, I did try making some logos with, in parentheses, came with the camera 2.0, and it just jumbled the letters all. It looked like one of those tattooing uh signs or something. But uh I mean, there's a lot of other ones, but some of them are, you got to be careful. All I know is the Bing is free, and it's pretty cool. I'm happy with what I got for free. You know, I just, I'm very simple. I don't try to do much of anything. So yeah, that's where all that's coming from. Uh so all right. Well, I think I've been on for almost an hour. Uh I am not, I am in no way, shape, or form disappointed that, you know, one or two of y'all showed up. No, no, I am not disappointed. I know it's Friday night. People got things going on. I'm sure high school football, homecomings, uh, life. People are living their life, and I promise you, the one thing I really would rather you do is go enjoy your life. Don't worry about coming on here with me. Go do your thing. I'm just doing this because I like it. And if anybody shows up, great. You know. So with that being said, I think I think the next broadcast will probably be, let's see. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's really kind of it's hard to do much during the week. Uh I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to put anything in stone. I want to start working on start doing my homework, and that's some homework I would like to give you out there. Uh if you watch this and you've made it this far, first off, congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate it. Uh but the next time I come on, it'll probably be the first episode of 40 Year Favorites. So do your homework, come up with your list. I don't care if you just write name. I don't care. Just whatever makes you happy. Okay? Just and I mean it's like, and honestly, truth be told, remember, and I'm gonna pick on Phil because I like Phil. He was here. I'm gonna talk to Phil. If Phil comes out and says my top 5 quarterbacks in the last 40 years are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm like, so why do you think so and so is number whatever? And I just kind of like to know, okay, Phil, okay, fine, cool. You know, it's like, and the debate is going to come up. Why do you think Ken Dorsey was a better quarterback than Jim Kelly or Brad Kaya or Ja'Cory Harris or whoever? And I guarantee, I'm telling you, 90% of the people are saying, well, Ken Dorsey was on the 2001 team. They went undefeated. Yeah. True. And I have all respect for that. I would not doubt that a bit. But my comeback would be, and this is just an example, would Ken Dorsey would he have had the same success on the 79, or excuse me, the 82 team, the 95 team, the 86 team, the 2017 team, last year's team? See, that's the thought provoking that I want to get started, and I guess, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting a little too involved, getting a little too serious about this fun time homework assignment. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Those of y'all who come by. Thank y'all for stopping by. Phil, thank you for stopping by and chatting. For those of you that were in the back row and I couldn't see you, thank you for stopping by. Uh, as y'all know, I'm happy if I'm sitting here talking to myself. I'm just as happy doing that as I am talking with 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, or 1,000 people. Now, if I got like 1,000 people in here, I'm gonna be a little nervous because I'm gonna be like, "Holy crap! What did I do? Did I hit the wrong button?" Nah, it's all good. Like I said, I do this for fun. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for anything other than I enjoy doing it. I love it. It's just so cool. And plus, I like for you to see me, see the reaction when we talk. If you're texting or whatever, you can see my reaction. That's just the way I am. A lot is lost in the written word, a lot of misconceptions. But anyway, okay, I'm done. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Well, no, actually, it's been an hour because if you take away the 5.5, excuse me, minute introduction, I've only been talking for an hour, so that's pretty good. So look, as y'all know, stay alert, stay tuned. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching this at a later date. Uh, if I don't want to sit here and go through the cliches and act like all this, but if you've enjoyed this, if this is your first time watching this and you've made it this far, you must really, really be bored. No, I'm just joking. No, but if this is your first time watching this and you kind of like this, feel free to like, subscribe, turn the alerts on so you can stay alert, stay tuned. But that's all I got. Again, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for stopping by and spending a piece of your life with me tonight. And of course, if you can't read, that's really not my problem, but I'll help you out. This is South Coast Kane Jordan Page, and this has been Kane with the Camera 2.0. Peace, love, and soul, baby. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.